What's happening? Big Shay reporting for duty. Welcoming you back to another episode of the Yellow Cafe podcast. And today, I just want to speak on the fact that you chose that baby daddy. Where are we going with this? What do I mean by this? These are always touchy topics and situations when speaking on women and, any errors in the way that they may be thinking or conducting themselves. Being that we know that a woman is an emotional creature, it's sometimes hard to take accountability. It's sometimes hard to take advice or counsel. Same as many men, because many men act feminine as well. But in dealing with my sisters, I just want to say this. I have another video that I should be dropping right after this one, where we're going to be talking about the men and discussing some topics in which men need to tighten up on. You understand? Pause. So don't get in your feelings about this. Just take your medicine. Let's go ahead and dive into this, and let's just see what's going on. What I've learned and what I've started telling myself is I'm not going to get in trouble with commenting on people's posts and pages and things like that when I see things that I disagree with or I just believe is absurd. I've come to the point to where I said, you know what? If you have something to say about something, go make some content about it. Go take the time to make a video where you can explain yourself fully rather than just jumping in someone's comments or under someone's post and saying something that could be mistaken as disrespectful or dismissive. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I really wanted to comment on this post yesterday, but I said, you know what? It's probably nothing but females underneath this post. All you're gonna be doing is stirring up a hornet's nest. Even though I do believe that there were some women in that section that had good thinking and good maturity. I could see that from the comments. But let's just talk about what this post even said initially. Now, this individual is, I'm not gonna lie. Another reason I like to make the video instead of just going and commenting now is because people feel attacked. People could feel ambushed. People could feel singled out, even though they put that foolishness out for the world to see and you're responding to it. Like I said, you just have to be careful with women sometimes and their emotions and the fact that they may not be able to be held accountable with what you're talking about. But what did this post even say? The post says, what y'all's BD's name saved in y'all phone as? What is y'all's BD's name saved in y'all's phone as? And then they ended by saying, bruh, this finna be petty. So look, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I just see things like this from the jump, just for you to say, what y'all's BD's name? It's like, first off, that word, I'm sorry, some people don't know any better. Some people weren't raised with order. Some people may have grown up in chaos. They may have not grown up seeing a stable household. So you can't judge these things just saying, oh, this person is just ignorant. This person, listen, man, you can't throw people away as if there's no good in them. So that's what I'm not gonna do, is just start talking about folks as if there's no good in them. But I do believe that people just don't know the truth. I'm not gonna lie, the term baby father, baby mama, baby daddy, that's embarrassing to me. That's something that I've never wanted to say. That's something that doesn't even roll off of the lips correctly. It's just a disgusting term to me. Because it just shows a failure. Whenever I hear the term baby mama, baby daddy, I hear failure. I hear of a situation that two people put themselves into that they were not ready for, that they were not willing to sacrifice, that they were not willing to compromise, that they were not willing to find out who they were themselves before they selfishly just had sex and created life. See, that's what happens when we take the gift of sex that's only supposed to be between married people. We take it, we take away the blessings that God gets from it, which is children. See, the same thing done outside of marriage is beautiful inside of marriage. See, that same nasty sex you having with all kind of folks that you don't even know, that's nasty and will put you in hell. That same thing with one individual that you're married to becomes a beautiful act. But see, everything has to be done in order, in God's time, in his order. We can't take the blessings of God, use them how we want to, and then sit back and wonder why things aren't going correctly in our lives. God doesn't give us anything, any blessing that he doesn't get something back from. God blesses us with a good job. Okay, take care of your family and bless other people. God blesses you with the position of leadership or power. Okay, change lives for other people and make it better so that they can see God in you. God gives us the gift of sex. We're supposed to be married, come together, and have children, be fruitful and multiply. Now, I'm not speaking as if I followed these rules to the T my whole entire life, but I know what they are. And I'm extremely keyed in on them now. And some of my peers still at this big old age of 30 plus or even older than that are still making some of these childish mistakes. Now, no, does everyone have to change when I change? No. But I'm just telling you, there's some people who changed before me, and they may have even been looking at me at my age saying, when are you gonna chill out? But look at this post, man. What y'all's BD's name saved in y'all phone as? Like, if I was a woman, I wouldn't even want anyone to know that I had a baby father. Like, you're just gonna have to figure it out through common sense or logical thinking. But I'm not just gonna be professing baby daddy, baby daddy, baby daddy, baby daddy. I don't like those words. I don't like those terms. Like I said, it just shows an issue of failure. It's a proof that a mistake was made. It's a proof that good judgment was not executed and used. Then the fact that she says this finna be petty, so then why are you engaging in it? So then why are you creating this? Why is this type of, see, a lot of people, bro, are so bored in their lives. They have nothing to do except look around at what everyone else is doing, or to compare things, or to compare notes. When I guarantee you that a lot of women with quote unquote baby daddy issues, if they focused on themselves, focused on becoming a woman of God, focused on becoming a real lady of God, they could meet a man that they could marry that could provide order and the symbolism of a household and what it's supposed to be, so that you're not even worried about this baby daddy anymore. See, we're too focused on what other people are doing rather than what we're doing ourselves, to where we're bothered, upset, and angered by these things. And at this point, our mind is too clouded to focus on what we need to do to move forward. Rather than moving forward and bettering our predicament, we're gonna sit in our mess like the Bible tells us not to. It says, get up out of your mess. Don't sit around in your mess. A lot of us make a mess, make trouble, and we just sit in it and cry and complain. And it's like, when are you gonna get up and do something about it or to fix it? You understand what I'm saying? So just looking at some of these comments, bro. What y'all's BD's name saved in y'all's phone as? Brothers finna be petty. So what are the ladies, what do some of the ladies have to say? The first one says his name is saved as don't trust him. Now this is just odd to me. This is so ironic to me. So your baby father's name is saved as don't trust him. And I'm guessing that you're saying that for yourself not to trust him, for your children not to trust him, for anyone that comes into contact with him not to trust him, because obviously that's what you're saying. He's not trustworthy. But why did you trust him to lay on your back and open up your legs and submit your body to this man? What made you believe he was trustworthy that night? And that's if it only happened one time and you were impregnated by this man. And that's most likely not the case. It most likely was someone you were dealing with over and over, numerous times, numerous occasions, even after you had a child with him, went back and did it again, even still to this day, on a day where y'all are feeling good and on good terms, he can maybe still have sex with you. Like, I don't understand the attitude of this all. See, the day that you met the man, you probably thought you were a bad chick. The day that you attracted the man, you thought you were a bad chick. The day that the man asked you for your number, you probably thought that you were a bad chick. When he was calling you on the phone trying to get to know you, you thought you were a bad chick. Now here you are, now you a victim. Now you've been lied to, fooled, played on. You get what I'm saying? So see, I don't like that. Now you're a victim, but why weren't you this smart, bad chick who knew their worth and who knew right from wrong and who knew a lame from a real man? Why weren't you all of that back then? So like so many of our women claim to be so smart and they're on it. They're on it now. They can tell a good man from a bad man and this or that. But why is it that none of these skills are ever executed before you lay on your back and give your body to these men? And then the thing is, I see men and women talking about their baby daddy, their baby father, but then they go and get another one. And they still don't put a standard on a man to marry them before giving their body over to them. So how can you blame these men for these things and be so upset at these men? My biggest thing, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. What I wanted to say in the comment section so bad, which I know would have been petty, but I wanted to ask so bad, how many of you women had these men force themselves upon you? Did these men force themselves upon you all, or did you all willingly give yourselves to these men? Because unless you all were assaulted, I don't see what the complaint is about. All of you willingly gave yourself to these men trying to be something or someone that you weren't. Is it evil? No, I'm not going to call it evil. But what I'm saying is have the decency and the humility now to handle your mistakes as a grown woman. Don't sit here and keep trying to, like, it's not going to make you look any better out of the situation because both of you will probably toe up. And that's the facts. You sitting there complaining about your baby father, but you're probably not a hell of wifey material either. Because even bad dudes sometimes see when they have a good woman. So what did the man see in you? And don't get it confused. I'm not going in and going extra hard on women and giving a pass to the men. No, I'm telling you, listen to me. I have a video coming up. We're going to go in. You understand? We're going to speak to the men on what's taking place, their weaknesses, our weaknesses, what we need to be doing as well to protect our women and to lead our women. But just looking at situations like this, I just say to myself, do y'all think this is helping your situation? Like talking crazy about these men after the fact? What do you think? Do you think that someone, and there are some men who are dumb enough to do it, but they'll see these women talking all of this stuff and want to be a super simp and say, I'm going to be the one to save them. I'm going to be the one to show them that that's not the case, that there are good men out here. Man, look, bro, good luck to you. But when I see people who, we see this all the time, like in media, you see different people who get into it with everybody. No matter who they're working with, they always get into it with somebody. They're always falling out with someone. So it's like when I look at that and I see that, I would tell myself, well, I'll never work with that person. You know, this person gets into it with everybody they ever deal with. If I was to look at a woman and see how she's trashing her baby father, I'm not about to be so quick to go run to that woman and try to insert myself into her situation. I'm going to say, nah, I'm good. She could stay where she's at. Let her fix it. Since she knows so much, let them fix it. I'm not going to, you know why? Because I can see myself becoming this person's next victim. That they're just talking crazy about, trashing. Because a lot of women, the second you don't do something the way that they want it done or their way, they have an issue with you. They have a problem with you. I see it all the time. I see sometimes good men taking care of their children and a woman will complain about some nonsense because they're just mad at the man and moved on. So ladies, listen, this is not the video to come back with your remarks about, oh, but what about when men do that? What about, I'm not talking about no man. I'm talking about you right now. Now take your medicine. That's your problem. Every time somebody brings something up, you want to bring up something else that someone else done said. I'm talking to you. About you. Next comment. What do you have your baby daddy's name saved as? She has a picture of a duck and a picture of a peach, meaning duck behind. She calls him, it's a curse word, but she calls him a duck behind. You know what I'm saying? This duck behind dude. What does that make you? What does it make you? Cause I see the same people who have these crazy responses and these disrespectful responses, but I see them still posting the same type of stuff that'll make any decent man look at them and be like, nope. So how much of this problem was just this man? When you all are sitting here disrespecting these men in public. So obviously this proves you are not right either. As ignorant as you think this man may be, you're not far behind. As crazy as you think this man may be, you are not far behind. Because I can guarantee you there's plenty of men who's not out here just talking about their baby mother. They just dealing with it like most men have to do. Just deal with their pain and their suffering in silence. Because no one wants to hear it. But women are always given a chance and opportunity to cry victim. Now we're supposed to look at it with blind eyes, just take it and run with it and say, oh, they're right. But I see too many holes in you all's story. The next person, the number wasn't saved in the phone, but when it was Reverend Lowdown. And that makes you what? The first baby mama lady of Hell's Church. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't want an attachment to these people. See, all of these people who you all are speaking so bad about, I wouldn't even want an attachment to these people if they were who you all say that they were. I wouldn't want anyone to even know that I know them. But here, not only do you all have to admit that you know these type of men, you have to admit that you laid on your back and submitted your body to these type of men. That's extra. That's even worse. Now, finally, I see a young lady. What's your baby daddy's name saved as in your phone? She says their name. Why not? You understand what I'm saying? So that was good. I saw that. I said, well, that's a hope of some maturity right here. That's a lady in the midst of this foolishness that's saying, I don't know what y'all tripping on, but it's saved as his name. The rest of y'all need to grow up. And the way that she wrote it, that's what she was saying without even saying it. My baby father's name is saved as his name. Y'all need to grow up. You get what I'm saying? That's all she said. They name. Another one says nothing. I guess. Another one says Jack, she calls him a donkey. She says he's a donkey for real. So if he's a donkey, ma'am, you chose that donkey. Are you a farmer? If you're not a farmer, then why are you out here selecting donkeys? Are you into some very nasty behavior with animals? If not, why are you out here looking for donkeys? Another one says, not even saved in my phone. See, and that's just disrespectful and ignorant because it's like, that is, now listen, I don't know that situation. I don't know if that man is present, tries to be present in a children's life or whatever. He may not ever call, may not even reach out, so that may not be a reason to have it saved in the phone. But if this man is called and texting and you got to go to it every single time and respond to it being a number that is not saved, that's just spite, and that's not changing your situation. You could try to ignore him all you want. You will never ignore the fact that he got in between your legs and imparted life into your body. You can talk how you want to talk. You can make all of the faces you want to make. You can post the memes you want to post. You can come up with all the creative names to disrespect him however many different type of ways you want to. It will never take away from the fact that you're behind laying on your back and willingly allowed him and everything that you call him to possess your body. Please be quiet, ma'am. Another one says it's saved as them kids' daddy. Why wouldn't it be saved as mama's one night stand? Or a bunch of other nasty names that don't put it on them kids. Don't put it on them kids. It's you. It's not them kids, daddy. You need to put in there the mistake I made one night, foolishly thinking. That's what you need to save his name as. The consequences of my actions. That's what you need to save his name as. Karma. That's what you need to save his name as. Next one says, don't even have his number. Well, I don't know whose fault that is. I don't know that situation, so I can't speak on it. The next one is not saved at all. Once again. See, some of these dudes do some things that are extremely disrespectful, immature, and not worthy of being called a man. So by me not knowing everyone's particular situation, I can't speak on it. But the second, see, if you just say something where it's like, I don't have his number, it's not saved in my phone, blah, 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 I can't really judge that. I can't really jump out there and say anything on that because I don't know. You may be doing the best thing possible because the dude may be a problem. You may be just ignoring him. You may be, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep the peace. Even though a lot of times you aren't, you're just trying to be petty and you're running from your decisions. You know what I mean? But I don't know exactly. So I'm not going to speak on those. The next person says his name. Thank you, baby. Save it as his name. Save it under the same name you was calling when he was in between your legs. That's what it should be saved as. So whether that be daddy, baby, boo, bae, you need to save his name as the same name you was calling him when he was in between your legs. You understand? Grow up.